Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving right into a brilliantly simple, totally hands-on activity from our source material that makes teaching basic phonics an absolute breeze. It's called the Magical Letter Fishing Adventure. We're going to look at the script, the setup, and honestly, the fascinating psychology behind why this specific play-based learning method is just so incredibly effective. So let's drop right into the vibe of this activity. Hello, little explorers. Welcome to the magical alphabet pond. What's really fascinating here is that as the adult, you aren't just reading boring flashcards. No, you're stepping into the role of this energetic fisher guide. The source emphasizes that just by calling them little explorers, you instantly give them an active role in a story. It captures their imagination and literally primes their brains for learning before you even mention a single letter. Setting the scene and gathering props. Let's look at exactly what we need to quickly build this experience. What stands out right away is just how basic these materials are. I mean, you probably have all of this sitting around your house right now. The DIY fishing pole? It's literally just a stick, some string, and a small magnet tied to the end. The fish are just pieces of paper with letters written on them, and the secret ingredient is nothing more than some metal paper clips attached to each card. It perfectly proves you absolutely do not need high-tech gadgets to create high-value learning experiences. The source lays out this incredibly straightforward physical setup that you can replicate pretty much anywhere in just a few minutes. Step 1. You just slide a metal paper clip onto each of your letter cards. Step 2. Define your space. A blue rug, a towel, maybe some construction paper works perfectly to act as the boundaries of your pond. Finally, step 3. Scatter your letterfish all over the pond. Now, by making sure they are spread out, the child actually has to physically reach and aim their fishing pole. This is great because it adds a brilliant fine motor skill component right into the phonics lesson. Okay, so once the pond is stocked, it is time for action. You hold up your fishing pole with the magnet dangling there, look at your little explorers, and say, "Are you ready? Let's cast our line." Whoosh! What I really love about this methodology is how it leans into the performance. You really want to emphasize that whoosh sound and add some real dramatic flair. The level of enthusiasm you bring to this moment directly dictates the child's level of investment. Basically, if you're having fun, they're going to have fun. Catching the letter F. Let's see exactly how this looks in action. The real magic happens immediately after the catch. Let's say it's an F. You show the letter and ask, "It's the letter F. Can you say F with me?" You heavily exaggerate the phonetic sound, F, 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 and connect it to a highly familiar anchor word. F is for fish. F, F, fish. Great job. By visually seeing the letter, physically holding the fish, and verbally exaggerating the sound, this method beautifully stacks visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning all at the exact same time. This leads to much stronger memory encoding. And after they repeat it, having them place the caught letter into a basket gives a really satisfying conclusion to that catch. Catching the letter M. Let's cast that line again and pull up a big one. This illustrates another brilliant phonetic strategy from our source. You pull up a new letter, the letter M, and you attach a physical sensation to it. Can you make the sound with me? Mmm, mmm, mmm. Like we're eating something yummy. M is for monkey, monkey. Associating the sound with rubbing your tummy or, pretending to eat something delicious anchors abstract phonetic concepts to concrete, relatable human experiences. And the absolutely crucial part of this strategy, the pause. You must wait for the child to actively repeat the sound and the action. This active participation is exactly where the memory is cemented in their brain. Catching the letter S. Let's go for one final catch. You pull up the final catch. It's S. Now we introduce an animal association, which kids absolutely love. Can you make the snake sound? Sss, like a slithering snake. Sss, and use your free hand to make a big slithering motion. Just like rubbing your tummy for the yummy M, mimicking an energetic snake for the letter S locks in the phonetic learning through physical movement and play. It beautifully transforms a simple black and white letter on a card into a living character in their minds. It's a real game changer. Notice the conclusion here. You guys are master fishermen. Fantastic. Positive reinforcement is literally everything. You aren't just praising them for getting sounds right. You're actively celebrating their imagination, their effort, and their participation in the game. Giving them a fun title like Master Fisherman really boosts their confidence. And ending on a high, celebratory note guarantees that they're going to come running the next time you bring out the blue rug and the stick, super eager to learn. So that brings us to a final question for you. What letters will you cast for first in your own magical alphabet pond? The true beauty of this framework is its endless customizability. Whether you're working on vowels or having them fish out the letters of their own name in order, the possibilities are vast. I challenge you to grab a stick, some string, and a few paper clips today. Become the Fisher Guide and watch how quickly phonetic sounds click when they are tied to just a little bit of magic. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy fishing.